welcome to my journey. Let me just tell you, this rag on my head ain't for beauty today. It is for sweat. Listen, I got all that little bit of hair smacked up in there. It's gonna be hot today. I think David said a while ago we was eating our heart. No, Bojangles. We had Bojangles this morning. I had a steak biscuit, but not the whole thing because I got filled up and then I started getting sick. I told David when I eat meat, it lays heavy in my stomach and it fills me up like I'm supposed to be. But that's not what I want to eat. And I don't know how to make myself eat what I don't want to eat. Anyway, he said the heat index today was going to be 103. So I told him, I said, well, I'm going to head on down there and get started. So today, okay, me and Holly, we gonna tie up any loose tomato limbs, whatever you want to call them, if we got any, and then weed. I don't know if Holly's gonna weed, but that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna weed. David, he plans on fertilizing and weeding. I think he's got to weed eat the yards. It's not the garden. He might need to weed eat around the grass inside, I'm not sure, but I know when he mowed last weekend he didn't get the weed eating done, so he's probably going to be more working on the yard than he is the garden. But I do know he wants to fertilize, and me and Holly are going to go through and see what weeds we can dig up. I got us little claw thingies. I don't know what things are called. I don't. Oh, a little squirrel is standing straight up. Little dude. He was just in the middle of the road, just standing there. Just looking. He wouldn't move. He was like, you know you see me. So, that's what me and Holly been doing today. I'm going to try to get Jacob. I've got him running to me. Because like Holly said, everybody knows the drill when they come down the road. He going to run and get in the car. Well, I done showed you that. Well, I'm going to try, if I can remember to get my camera out, I'm going to try to show you him coming up and asking for his deuce and his snack. Well, excuse me, his knack. I've taught him to say hocus pocus. I think I've told you, when I was a little girl, my great aunt and uncle helped raise me. They kept me while Mama worked. And he worked in the mill, and he would bring me a candy bar every day. He had one of them old-timey black lunch boxes where the thermos is on the top and the food's on the bottom, you know. And he would tell me to say the magic word, hocus pocus. He'd open up, there's the candy bar. So it wasn't long before the candy bar was the hocus pocus. I did, you know, the thing was the hocus pocus, not the saying of the hocus pocus, although, you know, I'd say hocus pocus. So I'm like, well, I've got to teach Jacob, pass it along when he wants his snack. He looks in my bag to pick what he wants. I said, okay. I told him one time, he remembers now, what's the magic word? Hocus pocus. And I pull the bag open. I'm like, oh, you know, we make a big deal of it. Well, Holly said the other morning, he was on the couch and he said, need more milk. And she said, you do? You need more milk? What do you say? And she said she thought he would say, please. She said, he goes, hocus pocus. Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh. So I want to try to get him on camera saying that. I'm going to try because it's just too doggone cute. If y'all don't mind indulging me showing my grandson, because I tell you, he's cute as a button. He's just funny. He's a funny little boy. And sweet and sensitive. Oh, he's sensitive. Don't even look at him crooked, because he gonna look at you like, and you know he's fixing to cry, so you gotta like smile at him. When you know he's not in trouble, he just took something you said the wrong way, and you've got to like smile at him, reassure him, talk, and then he'll be like, oh, okay, I'm not in trouble. but he's very sensitive. His mama was. Of course, I could probably have yelled at her all day long. It wouldn't matter. Let her daddy say something to her. Ooh, oh, it killed her. Killed her. So anyway, I'm on my way down there, and I'll pick it up when we get there. So Jacob didn't come running up to me. He's up there playing with his stroller, but I thought I'd give you a walkthrough of the garden. Here's our tomatoes. They're small, but they've really started coming on. Like, you see how many? It's really helped since we, oh, I dropped the glove, hold on. Since we staked them up, you can see all the way up there. Now, let's go over here and look at these pepper plants, because our pepper plants are just not, oh, here's the corn. So it was planted some a week or whatever after, so some of them's not as big as the other ones, but you can see some of it's tasseling, and some down there is really tall. So, see, we got a lot of weeding to do. But, oh, I see a little banana pepper. Look at there. I can't tell what y'all are seeing. But our peppers just have not done that great. There's one up here, there's a couple peppers on it. So we got a lot of weeding to be done. I'm gonna start on the tomatoes. But you see, let's see. One of these got pepper on it. Anyway, there's the peppers. There's the cherry tomato plants. I think we need to stake up maybe a couple of these again. And there's Miss Holly. She's working in the beans. She's got her bucket. And then over there's the cucumbers and the Christmas pole limas. And down here, now if you notice, there's one green bean, and right there are a few pole beans. There's one, but I'm just gonna let them do their thing. If I get 1 cup of green beans, I guess I get 1 cup of green beans. And here, oh, Holly, look! Yeah. There's a bean. This is an October bean. There's a bean laying on the ground. Oh, look! I got October beans on my one little plant over here by itself. There's 2, and then that little, what we got staked up there was what really came up instead of this whole row. Are the beans on them too? Yep. Oh, cool. Oh, I'm excited. So there's the cucumbers. Cucumbers are looking a little worse for wear. I think Daddy's going to fertilize them today. Well, he said he was. And then there's those. And down here, okay, there's our okra. Okra's looking good. Check out these pumpkins. They're sugar pie pumpkins. Let me see if I can find. There's several of them on. We've got several of them on the vine. Let me see if I can find one. On down a little bit. Oh, here's one. Here's one, look. We got several of them on. I just can't hardly dig through here while I'm filming, but you can see the patty pan squash, and then here is the yellow squash, and up here is the zucchini. So, all in all, for the troubles we've had, I think the garden is looking pretty good. Now let's go up here and see what we got to weed. Okay, here, see all up through the, she said she found a red tomato that was rotten, and there's nothing else red. But you see the grass going on up through there? That's what I'm working on for now. So, let me hang up. Uh-huh. What?
Yeah, snack and juice.
Do I have snack and juice?
Yeah.
Well, let's see.
Oh, this is.
Can you open it? Let me help you push it. You got it?
Oh, yeah.
Here. Oh, you do have it, don't you, baby?
You do.
I do. Get you one.
Come on. Strawberry juice.
Yeah, you got your juice.
Strawberry juice.
What else you want?
I want.
A knack. You want a knack?
Yeah. the cooler.
So, tell me what you want.
Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus! Hooray! Look in there and see.
You do Hocus Pocus. You do.
I do. I got Hocus Pocus.
Oh,
What you want?
the peanut.
A banana. You know I brought 3. I sure did. I said, he gonna see them bananas and he gonna want one. What is that?
A peanut.
A bean. You want anything else to take inside? I'm fixing to go home. You want any other snacks to take inside with you? Mommy can help you carry them.
Popcorn.
You want some popcorn? There's moon pies in there.
I did.
Did you not see those?
I did.
Hey, get a banana moon pie for Mommy. Get a I can hold it for you. Get a banana one.
I've got a banana.
Thank you. Did Mommy get her a bean
did.
moon pie?
I did.
Okay, tell them what we did today, girl.
Weeded.
What did we
A
weed?
lot of weeded.
We weeded the peppers.
We weeded peppers. I
And
did little
Holly's already
beans.
done weeded the beans while
Yep.
I wasn't here. She works her little hind end off in this garden.
Yeah,
She
we
does
getting
things when we ain't here.
it. We getting it.
Yeah, we are. But I'm fixing. We got through weeding. I'm fixing to go home because we got a lot of squash here. And I'm fixing to go home and get it prepared for the freezer because I don't want it to go bad. I got some at home. Yeah.
You sent showed them the basket.
Oh,
So this is
I
what
mean,
I've
this is my
gotten.
house.
okay. That's what Holly's got that she sent it home with me. And then this is what I picked today. So we got a lot. Not enough for pickles, but enough squash that I can get it in the freezer. And I was going to say, look, it's my very first patty pan. We're eating that. That ain't going in the freezer. Not the first one.
I've been using my house.
Thank you.
Okay, well, I love you.
Love you.
I'll see you tomorrow.
This is dinner.
Is the Nana?
I've been that in your car too.
Yeah, I'm going to put that in my car. I'm going to get my drink out. No, actually, I'm going to leave it here for Papa.
Oh,
Yeah, let's leave it here for Papa. Okay, say bye, ladies.
Bye, ladies. Happy birthday. Mama, be here on my Bye.
What?
something. Bye bye.
You're funny. Okay, bye.
I want to open.
All right. Bye, baby. Mwah. He's watching me. He was going to get his diaper changed. I have to watch you. I said, well, I'll wait. Well, I have to watch you. He likes to watch people leave. That's his thing. He likes to run up to you, get in your car when you get here, and he likes to watch you leave. All the Holly says he watches all the way till you get all the way out this driveway. It's a long driveway on the road and go. And he watches that whole time. So he's out there on the porch watching me. He says he's going to go home with me, which I was told Holly I'd take him home, but it's nap time. So she said he was up early and he's going to get a nap. She's not going to deal with the fallout if he don't. But David was like, you done already? I said, yes, I am. I said, we weeded the peppers and ain't nothing else we can weed because it's that old crabgrass. He got the hoe. He was already hoeing when he said that. He got the hoe. He's out there hoeing around the tomatoes. I said, there ain't no way I'm going up under them pumpkins and them squash trying to get no crabgrass. He says, no. He said, we're just going around like these tomatoes and like we did the peppers, and Holly had already done the beans. Well, there's a plant out there that Holly says, she says, it's so pretty. I hate to dig it up. I said, I know. I said, do Google Lens. So she Googled Lens, and it's purslane. You can eat purslane, which I'm not going to eat it. But it has, I said, I wonder if it has like medicinal properties. She said, you can like use it, it nourishes your skin, different things. So I'm going to research when to harvest purslane and what to do with it. If we can make like a lotion or some kind of oil or something to take advantage of that. So that was exciting. We got a nice little set of plants on that. I don't know how far it goes, you know, if it takes a whole lot to do anything. I don't know how it works, but yeah, if we harvest that, maybe more will grow back. I don't know, but anyway, we're gonna do that. I told David, I said, yeah, I said, I done all I can do today. I said, now my part is at home. I said, I can't do everything in the garden. I said, I can't work all day in the garden and go home and work all night on the harvest. Like I told him before, what I don't do out in the garden will be made up in the kitchen. My part will mostly be in the kitchen. And so that's why I don't feel guilty about leaving, because I'm going home to work. And I will bring you along. I was going to can my squash for squash casserole, not for frying, for squash casserole. But I was watching somebody, and she was talking about how, because you have to pressure can it. She said, if you pressure can it so long it just turns to mush. I'm like, well, I don't want to do that, because I've never canned squash before. So I'm just going to make some for squash casserole. You just stew it until it's tender, and then you use that in your casserole. And then I'm going to use some for frying. So I'll show you how I'm going to do that. And I've never done that before either, but I'm going with what I think. So I'm going to crank this air up. So I'm going to have to remove y'all, or you won't be able to hear me. I'm going to crank the air up, I'm going to crank the tunes up, and I'm going to drink my deuce. Okay, see at the house. Okay, here is everything we picked. Holly picked what I had in the refrigerator. You can see it is full. So I'm going to get everything washed up, lay it over here on this towel, and see what I got, what I want to, if I know I need to make pickles. I have some of the frying pickles brine left, because I reuse what I don't, I save it and use it. So I know I got enough to do a couple of those. So let me wash this up and I'll show you what we have ended up with. Got to work with. That's all my yellow squash. There's my patty pan. We'll be eating that. And my zucchini, and then all these cucumbers. I had to pick through some of them I've had in the refrigerator, and they won't make a good pickle, so I'm going to pick through and keep some to eat, but the rest I'm going to pickle. The big ones I know we'll eat, but the rest I'm going to pickle. So now I got to decide how much squash to leave out to eat and how much to put in the freezer, because it's going to be making, there's tons of blooms. So let me figure it out, and then we'll come over here, and first thing I'm going to do is the squash. Okay, you can't see over here. Well, hold on. I'm bringing my water up to the bowl. And over here, I've just got to decide how much I want to make for casserole and how much I want to make for frying. These big ones I'm going to make for casserole. I'm just going to cut them in kind of decent sized chunks. Like that. Put them in this bowl over here. And I'm going to mix up my yellow and my zucchini, because they'll taste the same in the casserole. And when you take, I'm just going to blanch this so it's not going to be cooked. So when it's time to make the casserole, I will still have to cook the squash, because you cook the squash until it's nice and tender. Let me just cut that off and do this. My squash casserole, if you go on my website, I think I have chicken casserole. That's my squash casserole. Instead of chicken, I use squash, and I always use onions. Let's add a little bit of green in there. But I have a bowl of ice back here behind me. I'm not going to put water in it so it won't start melting until my water comes up to the bowl. And I get ready to do my squash, because the squash only needs to go in there no more than a minute. Okay, my water's boiling. You can see this big bowl. I'm going to dump it all in there. And I did find my thing. Now blanching, I meant to tell y'all, blanching squash stops an enzyme that makes it ripen, mature. It will help it from turning mushy in the freezer. It will help it retain color and texture. So it stops an enzyme. That's the difference in blanching and not blanching. So these have been in here 30 to 60 seconds. Alexa, timer, 30 seconds. 30 seconds. See, my ice already started melting, and I don't have much because I took it all in the cooler down to the garden, so I need the rest of it for the second batch. I'm gonna turn this burner off till I get the rest of it chopped, sliced, whatever. Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. So that's all there is to blanching. Okay, I'm gonna let this cool. See, it's still pretty warm. You want to cool it to stop the cooking. I'm gonna have to just do the best I can with the ice that I have. If I thought about it, that I wasn't gonna have ice, I would have stopped and got a bag, but I already took my shower, got my gown tail on. I ain't going back out. Okay, that feels pretty good. All right, now I'm going to put everything back in here. You know what I'm gonna do first? Hold on. Pretty sure I have, well, I might not have more squash than that, but we'll help it drain even more. Just try to keep out as much water out of my freezer bag as I can. Now I could vacuum seal these, but I'm not. I'm just going to put them in regular Ziploc freezer bags. All right, there is our squash. Getting rid of some water. Oh yeah, we're getting rid of some water. See how much water we're getting rid of? That will work. All right, now let me get my bags. I don't know how many bags I'm gonna get. I'm gonna fill it up till it looks right, and we are going to scoop some in and see. Let's see, what can I easily scoop with? I think maybe this. Because it takes a good bit of squash to make a decent casserole. At least 2 cups. And this is going to cook down. So, it'll take more squash than you think. Let me see what this looks like. I think I'm going to do one more. I might just get 2 out of this because if it's close, I'm just going to overfill it. So look at there. There's 2 casseroles for the winter. Oh, I'm excited. All right, now let me get the water back up. Let me go put these in the freezer. Okay, now we are getting our water back up to the boil so we can make our squash for frying. Now I could, where's my knife? Get my slicer out and make these all unique, but I really don't feel like getting my slicer out for this little bit. When I fried squash the other night, I don't know if I filmed it or not, but instead of cutting these in little bitty rounds, I just made them in little sticks or whatever you want to call it. But this is how thin I like my squash. So that would be like what's on that 7mm slicing blade. Okay, we're boiling again. Alexa, timer 30 seconds. Well, I yelled and yelled and yelled and she didn't hear me. I'm gonna have to check and see if she's plugged in. Okay, now I'm going to let these cool off, and then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to them. Okay, we're going to take our cooled off squash, and we're going to drain it over here first. I have this nice clean towel here. I'm going to lay these squash out on, because I want to dry them. This is the best way I know to do it. I mean, they're not going to get bone dry. But I want to get off some of this moisture because it is a bit too much. So I'm going to spread them out here. And then I'm going to bring this part of the towel back up here and just kind of press them down a little bit. I don't want to crush them, but just try to get some of that heavy water off. Okay, I've dried this bowl, so I want to see if I can get my squash in here without, you know, I'm going to be brave. These are my cucumbers over here. I'm going to be brave and do something. Work like a charm. All right, let's slide over here. Okay, I got 2 bags, so I don't think that's going to all fit in one, and I don't have the most legible of handwriting, if you can notice. But what I want to do first, where is it? I got my cornmeal mix. Mine is self-rising because that's what I have, and so that's what I use. But I'll show you. I normally shake my squash in a bag, and I just keep adding stuff. Oh, look, there's a piece of squash I missed. See, it didn't even hurt it. And what I don't use here, I will put in this bag for later. But I've got so much going on here that I'm going to need to have a bigger place to work. So I've got no room in this kitchen with my big canners out and all that. So I don't know. So I'm just going to make sure they're coated. So I'm just going to take them and drop them. Oh my gosh, no I'm not. I'm so far ahead of myself, it's not funny. Hold on. Okay, I was about to forget my important part. My flash freezing. So I've laid parchment paper on my big, because see, you can still feel some moisture right there. If you go dumping them all in a bag, they're going to stick together in a big old clump. If you flash freeze them like this, they'll freeze individually. Then you put them in a bag, and then they won't stick together when you freeze them. And when you're ready to fry them, you just pull how many ever out of the bag you need and fry them up. So when I get this row finished, I will just put more parchment paper on top and keep going until all my squash is done. So you don't need to watch me do all that. I'll show you after it gets frozen, I will show you what it looks like. So until then, I'm going to be busy. Well, I thought I'd come back and show you what I got. There's 3 layers. There's the top and the middle and the bottom. So that's how much squash I got out of all that we just did. So now I will see you once it's frozen. All right, here is the squash. It's all frozen separately. You can see. So what I'm going to do, I just labeled my thing, breaded squash. I'm just going to put them in here like French fries. You know how you would buy a bag of French fries and they're just loose and you pull out as many as you want? That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to fill up a couple bags. We'll get them too full. Maybe 1.5 trays in each one, but let me get a few in here. See how they're not going to stick together now. Uh-oh, there one didn't get no bread in. But because they're frozen separately, and they're just going to be in here loose, just like a bag of French fries. So that is what I wanted to show you. And I did get 6 more quarts of frying pickles. So that was my day yesterday. I will end the video here. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like seeing how I put up my squash this year. And I will see you when I see you. Okay, so I want to show you some Happy Mail I got from Renee Hopkins. She made these things for me. First, we have these little witch hat earrings, little beaded witch hat earrings. Are they not adorable? Yes, they are. And then she made me this book. Now, you might look at this and say, oh, she covered a book. And then you look inside and you see it's just a book called The World is Flat. But you notice it's kind of fanned out. Check out why. Look at that. Is that not absolutely gorgeous? You will not believe how she did it. I've never seen anything done like this ever. Look, each page has been done with a piece of paper, just taped on, in the right order so that you get a book end that looks like this. Oh my gosh, David was like, what? He said, man, she's talented. I'm like, tell me about it. He said, well, if you put that on the shelf, it's going to get dusty. I'm like, but well, it's going on my shelf. It's going on my witch shelf. I am dusting today. Yes, I am. I'm not going to tell you when the last time I dusted because I don't remember. I'm going to get a rag. I'm not even going to Swiffer. I'm going to actually get a rag and dust. So I just wanted to share my Happy Meal with you. Have y'all ever seen anything like this? Because I sure never have. But thank you, Renee. This took you a long time. You thought about me hard. I appreciate it. I love it. So thanks again.